Well, what up, y'all? It is the Divine Brothers Book Club. I am John,
I'm Glenn.
And I am Brandon, also known as School.
and we are that good book club of brothers who like to discuss some very pivotal books that you know help shape certain parts of our lives. And yeah, we've been rocking with the 48 Laws of Power. Today we got law number 14 for y'all. So let's get into it. Pose as a friend, work as a spy.
Mm, like I said, don't nothing beat the cross but the double cross. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
I just had a what the fuck moment. Like the fuck. But then as I kept reading it, I knew where I had my real dope moment. Um,
Mm-hmm.
G thing you?
Um, the bruh, I get it. It's a perspective thing.
It is.
Yeah, I think it's a perspective thing. When you send another spy, um, it's almost like you're getting an extra set of, well, you are getting an extra set of eyes, but you're getting a different perspective. You're coming from a different angle. You know what the spy might see might spark a little something different in your approach. You know, the way you coming at it, the way you perceive the enemy, or the way you perceive your opposition is going to be different than who you send. Even though you might send them like, "Hey, uh, when you go in there, make sure that you look out for X, Y, and Z, or if you see this, or you might see that." You know, so the spy is just like some extra perspective to give you some more insight on how to attack and how to approach the whole situation.
Because it's pretty much about information
Yeah,
and how
yeah.
to best use it to your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you got the observance with Joseph Duveen, like my man knew what he was doing. Like having people in the house, and it's pretty much being like an old school mobster and having the cops on the payroll. Like, yo, they might raid. Cool. All right, I'll move everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they got this. All right, cool. I'll do this. Um, then the one thing I thought about was as I kept reading it, the spook who sat by the door.
That's the same thing I was thinking about.
It's
I thought
infiltrate.
about
You
yeah,
infiltrate.
I thought about the spook who sat by the door. Like for integration purposes, they needed him. They didn't really want to
Mm-hmm.
let him through, but he matched he checked every box for them.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time he knew he was about to take the information that he got and go back to the hood with it and use it for our benefit. And that I think that was my biggest takeaway from it was you got to beat a spook, leave nothing to chance. I like that too when I read it. Like leave nothing to chance. Like dot every I, cross every T.
Calculated step.
Dot every
Calculated
I,
step.
cross every T, and say less than necessary.
Always.
I feel like I've done that technique, that rule, in damn near every job that I've been in. Like, all right, let me see what they're doing. I think I could probably do this myself and make some side though. You know what I mean? Get that info. Oh, I know how to do this. Oh, I know how to do this. Expose that. And then, okay, now I got a trade or a skill under my belt that I can whip out anytime. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I guess you could say that was me posing as a spy, applying to be an employee, but really I already had plans on being a boss the whole time.
Cause bro, you had a lot of jobs. You had a lot of jobs.
I am tactfully skilled in pretty much every trade except for being a doctor. I could probably fuck around and do that shit too. You know? You
Yeah,
know,
bro. Like you had a lot of jobs.
it's a trip. It used to trip me out. It used to bother me. I just feel like, damn, I do be having a lot of jobs. I don't know why I can't keep a job. But just like you and just like G, like we got that entrepreneur spirit. It's the hustler mentality. It's never enough. So it's hard just being still when you know you can see the ceiling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what it was. I it wasn't so much chasing the money. it was just chasing the freedom because I started to realize I hated the constraints of time. Like I hate that shit with a
Bro,
passion.
that's the most valuable commodity. Time.
That's true. That's
Time
true.
is the most valuable commodity because you can always make money. You can't always make
Can't
time.
get that time
Man,
back.
you can't
Yeah.
get that back
You
for
know?
nothing. For
Like
nothing.
time is the most valuable commodity.
For sure. And what I'm hoping for with this channel, what we can do is, I can't remember from which speaker I heard this from, but they said that the fastest way to get that experience is to read a book because somebody put all their years of knowledge and mistakes and triumphs in the book. And now you could just get all that, you know what I'm saying, in 250 pages.
Yeah.
So it's like a cheat code. You feel me?
It is.
Yeah, you get the detailed in depth. How
Yeah.
it ain't like for me it's like a better YouTube. It's our generation of YouTube because everyone
Straight up.
It's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to YouTube. We
Straight
have
up.
to we have to open up the book. We have to crack open
Straight
the
up.
dictionary. We have to crack open the encyclopedia.
Man, you remember encyclopedias? Oh
Oh,
my God.
Man, that was my punishment. Whenever I used to get in touch, my mom and my grandma would make me write the dictionary and write the encyclopedia.
See, that was your mine was that was fun for me.
Look at that,
I
man.
had fun. Like Mary Dantzler had a rule: you could not say a word if you could not spell it, and if you didn't know the definition.
Straight
So
up.
I try to be fancy and impress her.
Straight
She's like, "Can you spell it? Go get the dictionary. Go start
up.
writing." And after a few of those times, I literally would pick a day. Like, say the day is the third. I'd be like, A, B, C. All right, C, the third letter. And I just start writing all the definitions for C. Like, and just be learning weird stuff just because I'm writing. So,
Yeah.
But to go back to what you were saying, it's a lot in the book. You just got to open it.
Man, it's a
Knowledge is
trip.
there.
A lot of jewelry.
The knowledge is there. You just got to
do you wonder
seek it.
or ever wonder why we look down upon that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess I want to say our demographic for a looser term, you know, our people, it seem like I get a little flack sometimes when, you know, you try to say, oh yeah, man, I'm reading this book. You know, some people would not entertain that. Oh, well, I ain't even really in the books, bro. They can't tell me how to live. That ain't how we do. You know what I mean? They can't, you know, it's like, oh, you know, that's when I started to see a shift in the divide between me chasing consciousness to actually, you know what I mean?
I don't think it's I think for some of it, a lot of us don't know how to read, bro.
Yeah, I was just
A lot
about
of
to
us
say that.
don't comprehend.
It's a lack of education.
Yeah,
It's actually a number of factors, but that's definitely one of them. The lack of education.
I think that would it be. I think some of the homies would want to read a book, but it's that complex of I don't want to look dumb. Like I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know how to understand it. I don't comprehend it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got that, and then you can't blame for what you see. Like if you see something certain on TV all the time,
Programs.
if they showed you the coolest dudes always reading a book, you would want to read a book.
The cool factor. It's the cool factor, man.
That's
Yeah, you would read a book.
They don't the agenda is not to promote education with us. The agenda
I'm about to keep it totally G.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson transformed our childhood and our culture. Everybody wanted braids. Everybody.
True.
I guarantee you, if Reebok did a commercial of Allen Iverson reading a book, and he was just like, before I hoop, first I read, I guarantee we all would have been so hard on reading books.
Straight up.
Cause dog,
that's what they normalize, man.
You know how we love Kobe, but Allen was different.
Yeah.
Like Kobe had more polish. His daddy played in the league. He came from money. Allen Iverson was from the gutter, bro. So it's way more easy for us to relate to that.
Right.
I guarantee if that Reebok commercial would have showed him reading it, I don't give a hell what it was. Before I hoop, I read. We all would have been reading. We all would have been reading. So to go back to what you said, I think, and that's part of our mission, and that's part of our what we got to do is we got to make it to where like no, like
We have to normalize it being cool
yeah,
to
Straight
read.
up.
yeah,
We have to normalize education being cool.
It's okay to chase this shit.
Being smart is cool. Reading books is cool. If we normalize that and we get certain, we get the people who are in power or the people who are admired the most. If the agenda changes, if the narrative changes, then things change. But it starts with people like us. That's the reason why we like Jonathan said, this is the reason why we're doing this in the first place. We want people to understand, like, hey man, we come from the same place you came from.
Man.
We know all the ills, we know all the the things that hinder us. We're all aware of that. So we want to normalize the opposite of what we've been seeing, you know. So
yeah.
this is it.
Straight up. Straight up.
So yeah, what was your main takeaway from going back to what we was rocking with chapter
Law 14.
Law 14? What was your main takeaway?
Main takeaway is you can't always, everybody ain't your friend. Basically, that's what my mom used to tell me. Everybody ain't your friend. You know what I mean? That it's certain levels of how you know what I mean, interact with people and stuff. And like G always keeps saying that these rules, they all like foundational rules. Everything's building on top of each other. They lead from the previous rule. Like you can't just be willy-nilly with all the info. Like, oh yeah, and this is where we keep all the guns. Oh yeah, and then just in case you ever wanted to know where we hide, just in case it get too much for us, we'll be right here too, because you the homie. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it all build up on each other, So
Use just using people to get the agenda done, getting things done.
Yeah, my main one was just like I said earlier, be the spook. Be the spook. You gotta utilize being the Dan Freemans in the arenas that you thrust in, especially when you are the only one that look like you. You know what I'm saying? What was your words? My word was taciturn.
taciturn. Ooh.
Yeah.
Mine was manipulate.
Manipulate.
Yeah.
Manipulate. Okay. B.
Stealth. I like stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah.
I dig it. All right, y'all know, as we always do, like, comment, subscribe, share, get with us. Tell us what y'all thought about when y'all just first heard the law, or if y'all read it. What stuck out to you the most? And tap in with us. Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all know how we give it up. Blessings.
Love.
Peace.